episode 4117, Find Your Path.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're having a fabulous week. I cannot believe we're already in July, but take a deep breath. It's a Wellspring today, all focusing on where you are, where God wants you to go, and living it out the way He has planned for you. Find your path. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the K.I.S.S newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. You know, it's interesting. We live in this world dominated by social media feeds and constant connectivity. And the thing is, we're really disconnected, right? Everybody thinks we're so connected, but we really aren't. But we'll leave that one for another episode. But what I want you to focus in on is becoming the person you are and what it means to actually find your path. Because a lot of times when you're sitting there scrolling, right, it may feel absolutely impossible to be who you're supposed to become. Every scroll hooks you into the comparison trap, measuring your behind the scenes against someone else's highlight reel. You know it, you've been there. And this endless competition to be what you're not steals our attention and energy. So I want you to ask yourself, honestly, where are you right now? Are you living your life, or are you caught up in comparing yourself to others? Find your path. Because honestly, living someone else's life is confusing. It's debilitating. It's going to suck the life out of you. You thought you were tired now because you got the dinner dishes and dogs and everything else around you. But no. If you're trying to live like somebody else and to have their life, you're going to lose out, specifically in what God has in store for you. And when your focus shifts to living out a borrowed script, you lose sight of what's right in front of you, what might be actually tailor-made for you and your unique journey. Theodore Roosevelt puts it, comparison is a thief of joy. And so if we think about that, I mean, like for real, take a moment here and say, comparison is a thief of joy. So gosh, I mean, my happiness, my joy. Now, I will say this, happiness and joy to me is different. Joy, I see something that is founded not in what I do, but what God does in and through me, and finding it in that, where happiness is something that, yeah, to a degree I can kind of create, right? I mean, baking cookies, who doesn't like baking cookies? Okay, maybe not baking them, but definitely eating them, right? We love the smell. We love to enjoy them, whether we're going to a bakery or using our own home as the bakery. And that's happiness. But to me, it's not really joy, okay? That's just my definition. So however you look at it, it's not a big deal. But just make sure your definition is clear to you as you sit here and actually reflect on some things, because comparison is the thief of joy. If you think about it, it steals a lot of who you are. And when that happens, what do you have left? I mean, like for real, what do you have left? I've been watching a lot of Wimbledon lately, and it was great over the weekend. I don't know about you. And congratulations, Belgium. I'm sorry for the US of A that we missed it on Monday. We did not win in our tournament against Belgium, but Belgium played an amazing game. I mean, the football was awesome. I mean, I love watching soccer, and especially the World Cup specifically. I don't watch soccer all the time, but I do enjoy the World Cup and just seeing the talent that's on the field. And then, you know, from that to watching some golf, to watching some Wimbledon, and then now last couple of days I've been watching Wimbledon, and I was watching a couple of the matches, and Novak Djokovic, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's going for his 25th Grand Slam. Talk about a person who knows himself so well. And I look at him and I think, what if he was trying to be somebody he's not in his personal life or on the tennis courts? Because like for real, he's going to be sitting there going, he's not going to be able to play his game because it's not his game. And a lot of times we get confused about that because we're living somebody else's life. We think we need to be this. We think it needs to look like that. But in reality, God may have other plans. So how do you break free? So how do you find a path that's authentically yours? Well, number one, you got to find your path. That is your K.I.S.S to keep it simple strategy. Find your path. I mean, it can't get any simpler than that, but yet it can. Because we as human beings complicate it. We so do. And we sit there and we try to be like, oh, I know I'm supposed to do this. This is the calling on my life. This is my purpose. I was designed for this. I enjoyed this. Okay, there's a whole list of things we could go through. But if you're honest with yourself, that list has changed over the years, into the decades. It has. It has for me. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But to sit here and say, oh my goodness, if I don't do this, it's going to be the end of the world. I am made for this. Maybe. Now, whether or not you like Trump, hear me out here for a minute. Trump is a businessman, right? Who would have thunketh that he would be the president of the United States, right? A lot of people would not have ever put that. And he had his own TV show. I mean, he's done so many different things. But that's his life, not ours, right? And so sometimes we look at it and say, oh, well, who does he think he is just because of this or whatever, right? You could look at any politician, okay? I'm just using him as an example because he is so diverse in what he has done in his life. And he's very much out there. And he knows who he is, and he has found his path. Right or wrong, doesn't matter. It's not our opinion, right? We can talk about it, do whatever, but that's his path, his life to lead. Now, if I was to sit there and try to be Trump, I would fail. Number one, I'm a female, he's male. But number two, more importantly, that's his life, right? I wasn't made exactly like him. Number one, I don't think the hair would look great on me, okay? But in all seriousness, if I tried to be him, it wouldn't work out as well because it's not my path to live, nor my path to follow. Just like Djokovic playing tennis. If he tried to be an Andre Agassi, it's not going to work for him. Or let me throw in some old timers here. Novak Djokovic trying to be like John McEnroe. No, I don't think so. It would be so far-fetched. Now, can he get a little fussy on the court, meaning Djokovic? Of course he can, but nothing like John McEnroe. And if you know tennis, I watched John McEnroe when I was growing up with my mom and my dad. I mean, that's when you only had one TV tube in the house, and it was like 3 or 4 channels, and that was it. And when sports were on, that's what we watched. And my parents chose, and that's fine. It's their home, their house. But now I love it because I have a love for sports, right? So, I share a little bit. Mama Sports Center, what can I say? But seriously, when you look at Djokovic, he would be a horrible Andre Agassi or a horrible John McEnroe. He has to be himself. He can't try to be the new up-and-coming ones either. Right? Taylor Fritz, I almost said Taylor Swift. He definitely could not be Taylor Swift. He may want to meet Taylor Swift because I know his daughter loves to dance. And I mean, come on, Taylor can dance. But, I don't know if she'll have time after the wedding. But anyway, we'll leave that one for another episode. But you see what I mean? You got to find your path. And a lot of times we sit there and we try to pigeonhole ourselves saying, this is what it's going to look like this. No, it's not. You may want it to, but it may not in the end look exactly like that. Why? Because God sees a bigger picture. So what does it look like in real life when you look at it from a biblical point of view? How do you walk every day God's way? How do you become who God wants you to be? Number one, focus on your unique design and calling. The Bible reminds us, Psalm 139, verse 14, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. I mean, when you think about that, it's like, yeah, for real, that is good. Call it a life principle. You were created with intention and purpose. And when you try to fit into someone else's mold, you diminish what makes you unique. And that's not fair to you. And let me tell you, I don't know about you, but Taylor Swift might have a great life, and that's wonderful. But let me go back a few 10, 15 years of her life. She also had some hard times too. And that's a problem. A lot of times we just see the highlight reels. But if we were to get within the privacy of our own four walls, their own four walls, we might look at, oh gosh, I wish I was her, or oh gosh, I wish I was him. If I could only have his lifestyle, even though I'm a female, right? I mean, if I could only have Donald Trump's lifestyle. I mean, that'd kind of be crazy if you think about it, because I'd be the president of the United States, but we'll use that one for another episode for sure. But that's not my life. I wasn't created to be that right now. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals who focused on their personal strengths and values reported higher life satisfaction and less envy. Are you envious? Are you jealous? Maybe the better question is, are you quick to be jealous? Are you quick to be envy of someone else? If so, maybe you need to stop and really look at this and have some conversation with yourself, with someone that you trust, and also with your Heavenly Father. Because you may need to work out a few things. And age does not matter, okay? Age does not matter. You could be sitting here going, Christiane, I'm 65 years old. That's all right. Welcome to the club. You're still becoming. I am not ever going to reach where I'm supposed to reach until God calls me home. So I'm still becoming. Every single day, I learn something new. There are some days, I rock the day. I'm like, yes, could I have a day like this every day? And there are other moments, not just days, moments that I'm like, I can't even get to the next hour. This is horrific. I'm done. This is not working. And it's like I want to turn my life in. I want to say, turn in my card and say, I'm not Christiane Wargo. I don't want to be her today. And that's in a moment, right? What is it for you? Identify your calling, your core values and strengths. What do you naturally love doing? What brings you a sense of rhythm and flow? Write them down, revisit them often, because honestly, they may shift a little bit as you get older. Nothing wrong with that. And usually they shift for the better. Okay, now notice I said usually. There are some people that go the backwards route, and it's not a good necessary idea. You always want to move forward, and hopefully that you are bettering yourself in who you are becoming. But life does happen, right? So in that, you have to pray that, oh gosh, I went backwards 12 steps. Now I need to figure out how to go forward one step. And nothing wrong with that. But write them down, revisit them. Because this anchors you in your own path rather than chasing someone else's. And you don't have time for that. Like, I would be exhausted chasing Taylor Swift's life or Donald Trump's life or trying to be a Novak Djokovic. Like, yeah, no, number one, I don't have the tennis talent. I did play tennis, though. I did. When I was in middle school, I played actually on the tennis team. Fun fact. Number two, limit social media consumption and cultivate presence. It's no secret that social media can accelerate the comparison trap, right? We all know that. If we're honest with ourselves, we know that it's a problem, period. According to a 2018 University of Pennsylvania study, reducing social media use to just 30 minutes a day significantly decreased feelings of loneliness and depression. So less scrolling means a lower chance of falling into the comparison rabbit hole. Who wants to go down there? Oh, I know we've all been there. But in reality, we really don't want to go down there. Hebrews 12, verse 1 encourages us to throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, meaning the race marked out for you, the race marked out for me. It looks different, and that's a good thing. We shouldn't all be the same. We're not all running the same race. We are in the game of life. But the race looks different. So set boundaries on your social media usage, right? I mean, come on. Now, you don't really want me to say this, but you know I'm going to. When you go to the bathroom, because majority of us do it, yes, me included, you take your phone with you. Why? Well, you got 2 or 3 minutes in there. You can kind of quickly scroll through. Even in those 2 to 3 minutes, it may be longer than you think. Especially when your legs go numb and you're like, how long have I been in here? And then your kids are yelling, Mom, where are you? What's taking you so long? Oh, my tummy doesn't feel good, right? You come up with an excuse. Yeah, we've all done it. So don't sit there, just giggle about it and say, I'm glad I'm not the only one, right? But set those boundaries on your social media usage. Build daily practices like journaling, meditation, or gratitude lists that ground you in your reality and blessings. See something beyond what someone else is telling you to see. If that's the only thing you take away today, let it be that. Because what's happening is we're always looking side to side. Therefore, we miss what's right in front of us. God shows us a lot of things, but a lot of times we're not engaged with him. And so we miss his God winks. Pay attention. And finally, number 3, trust the journey and embrace patience. Finding your path isn't a race, it's a process. Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Pretty good, right? Wisdom. Then you look at science, and it echoes the virtue of patience as linked to well-being. 2019 study in personality and individual differences found that patient individuals experience greater emotional regulation and satisfaction with life. So when you think about what you're doing, are you one who says, God, I got a timeline here. I need you to meet my timeline. Once again, we've all been there. We've all done it, including me. Oh, wait, including me just yesterday. So what do you do when you're really needing to know and understand? Well, you got to trust in God. He's got you. Stop trying to run the race by yourself. You don't have all the answers, but he does. So trust in him. And be patient in the process of the race that you are running. And when you do so, you can redirect your energy from comparison to curiosity about your own growth. What am I doing? Where am I going south? Oh, wait, if I change this, it'll be better. Celebrate the small wins and stay open to detours. They often lead to unexpected growth. Detours aren't always a detour for negativity. A lot of times, detours are for where you needed to go in the first place. But a lot of times, we are just too wrapped up in what we want to be wrapped up in, and so we just take off. My friend, the comparison trap is a real deal, and it's draining. It sucks the life out of you. But your path is waiting, unique, yours, and worth pursuing. The world has no one like you. Like, for real, for real, for real. I've said that statement a lot, for real today, because I want you to be real for you. You need to be you, nobody else but you, for real. Not for pretend, not because it's going to get you somewhere. It's going to gain you attention or notoriety or anything. No, it is you need to be who you are, created to be. And you need to grow in that and know that God's got you along the way. So, in my opinion, you've got two choices. Keep losing yourself in others, or step into the story that only you can tell. What do you think you should choose? Now, you may not like those two choices, but in reality, we really only have two choices. So I would recommend you find your path by owning your design, the design that God has divinely designed for you, limiting your distractions, and trusting the process. Your journey isn't about outshining others. It's about shining as you. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.